Alright tubes, we put a little bit of a skim film on this to kind of finish smoothing it out a little bit. Put it over the primer. Still had that one little raised area, but I just, after I primer it and hand sand it, I don't think it's going to matter, so I'm going to leave it. We started going up in here and hitting in the back side of the channels. Up in here a little bit, kind of setting the radius. This area right up in here, let me get this can out of the way. Where we had to do some welding and stuff, I went ahead and sanded it down with some 80 grit and then put a little bit of JB weld in it. And I'm going to put my second coat of JB weld up in here. Let's see if it'll focus. I don't even know if it's focusing. Let me back off. So we're going to do that and get it ready. And neighbor's having fun with this little drone. So anyways, so that's what we're going to do. Needs to finish putting up a few more pieces of spot putty up in here. I think he crashed it on the neighbor's roof. So anyways, so that's how we're doing. Went ahead and sanded this down with some 220. Try to find some more areas that might need attention. It's looking good. Still have to probably put a glaze over here and finish doing a little bit of round spot down in here. It kind of goes round, then it goes straight, and then it goes round again. So I'm going to have to build this out this way a little bit and then build this up to it so it's got a nice round curve, the radius right here. Other than that, everything's looking pretty good. So it's getting a little late, so we're going to be finishing up here. That's just a quick update of where we've been and what we're doing, and just want to thank you all for watching. God bless you all, and Keith Nunn you out. Okay tubes, it's June, and we wanted to get started on this in May, but we had some issues that we had to take care of, not car related, and we pretty much got those taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and start on the Cadillac CTS this year. I'll tack this onto the end of one of last year's videos, which you'll see prior to this one, and you know, just to kind of, because the other video was like 3 minutes long or something, so I'll just put them all together. What we've done is obviously we've cleaned everything off the vehicle. We've gone through and we've reevaluated some things and looked at them, and we're looking pretty good up through the seam here now. I did some work up in here and it looks fairly good. Maybe just a little bit more work up in here. I made a mistake and I left the tape on here all winter, and this car had been previously painted. As you can see, there's a color there and there's a paint job here, and when I pulled the tape off, it pulled some of the fresher paint off from whoever owned the car before us. So, and we've got a little issue here we need to take care of. Then we'll be going and with sanding all this down and re-evaluating this up in here. Through the winter, some of the paint peeled right up in here, so we'll be dealing with that, cleaning up this channel up in here a little bit. And let's see, I took all the paint that was all up in here, the overspray, that's all been cleaned off now, all the way up around and up in here. Also, we cleaned this area up. If you remember, it was this is all going to be hidden by the tail light, so it doesn't really matter. So let's open this back up. Here we go. And if you remember, this was all full of dirt and overspray and sanding and all kinds of crap, and we cleaned all that up. We cleaned up in the back window channel here, where things have been gathering from all the grinding and sanding and everything, and we cleaned up all the overspray and anything that was that had happened last year when we were doing the body work. We pretty much cleaned all that up and got this ready. So sorry about the noisy neighbor. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be putting some seam sealer up in here this year, up and around down in here, and then up over in here. And we'll be just looking at various things. We'll look up under the car, make sure we have sealer and things up under there. Same thing for the wheel well. We'll play with that. We'll be playing with the this area a little bit. One of the videos from last year I did. I uploaded them this year though, but the stuff that we worked on this last year, we'll be addressing that. This is actually looking pretty good here. I'll be doing some sanding and checking it, and just all kinds of things to make sure it's straight. We'll be doing some 400 grit on this to check it out. I think we'll be going maybe all the way up to 500 grit, maybe 600 before we actually paint it, after we do the finish primer and everything on it. I think I showed you last year we removed all the old primer up here all the way down to there, where the A-pillar is. We did all that. We'll be addressing just some of the issues, smoothing this out, etc., and making sure everything's good. I think even though the door jamb is really fine, I think if we have enough paint, we're going to go ahead and do the door jambs in the door. We won't do the door jambs on the doors since we haven't done anything with those as far as repairs or anything. So I think that's what we're going to do. Today I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do some smooth sanding and take a look at some of these issues here. So this is just a quick update of what's going on today. I'll probably like I said, I'll tack this onto the last year's video as a start for this year for the car. So you'll probably actually see me doing the work the next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll get to it. God bless y'all and keep none you out.